So today I want to share a possible meditation and experiment that we can all do that will give us a glimpse of our true self and liberate us from not only suffering, but the illusions that scare most humans. The illusions of old age, infirmity, and death. So our normal experience of existence is that I'm here, everything else is there. I'm here. There's someone inside me looking at a world that's outside me. Of course, you have that experience too. There's someone inside you looking at the world outside. So this is actually also called subject-object split. It's an artificial subject-object split because I and everything that I experience, when I say I, this body-mind, and everything that I experience is simultaneously co-arising, is being experienced by that which I call I, and then is subsiding in that I too. Every sensation, every perception, every thought, every idea, every feeling, every notion, every insight, every intuition, every creative process in every person and even other sentient beings is all co-arising and subsiding in the field of awareness. So imagine right now that the screen you're seeing is the field of awareness, okay? And then everything is happening simultaneously on that screen of awareness. And that screen of awareness has no form. It's infinite, borderless, transparent, invisible, whatever you want to call it. And that field is the screen of consciousness in which we are all engulfed. But that screen of consciousness, being conscious, is aware and is self-aware as what? As this and all this simultaneously. The trees, the sky, the galaxies, the sun, the moon, the oceans, the rocks, the animals, the bacteria, the foliage, everything is simultaneously arising and subsiding in this infinite field that is engulfing us. The infinite field. That field is the true I am. In that field, there's an I am that calls itself Deepak Chopra. There's an I am that calls itself, Anne or Sarah or Tom. Only humans do this, by the way. They give names to each other, to themselves, and then to other experiences. Giraffe, elephant, etc. Rock, stars, moon, sky. These are names given by humans to simultaneously co-arising experiences. So as far as the field is concerned, you're surrounded by it. It's infinite on all sides, and it's infinite being. It's infinite awareness. And you and I and everything else in this field, engulfing all of us because it's infinite. It engulfs everything that we call the universe, all sentient beings, all so-called objects. They're just perceptual activities of that one field, experiencing itself as this, all this. And that's the true I am before it localizes itself as I'm Deepak Chopra, I'm Tom. And then Tom and Deepak Chopra collectively agree to call their perceptions rocks and giraffes and insects and animals and sky and galaxies. You get it? So we are surrounded, engulfed by infinity, the field of awareness. In that, there's no outside, there's no inside. It's all bubbling as infinite modes of knowing, infinite modes of perception, which then actually give the notion of infinite perceivers and infinite things observed, but all just the bubbling of vrittis or qualia in the field. The field. So what this body is, it's a form phenomena. You can think of it a misty, colorful whirling in that huge expanse of the infinite screen of awareness, knowing itself as this and all this, but all this is transforming, changing, whirling, and moving everything. So, as body mind, we are the localization of that infinite field of awareness. And it's constantly transforming the body mind and everything else that is going along with that body mind, other body minds, other objects, on and on. The field itself is experiencing itself as all this. Instead of thinking of the screen and you watching the screen, think of the screen itself being aware of itself as you, me, and all of this. And we are that. In that screen of infinite awareness, there's only constantly changing bubbling of species-specific sensations, images, feelings, thoughts, and the entanglement of all experience that goes along with that species, and then the entanglement of all species in a common ecosystem of infinite modes of knowing and experience. And we are that. That is exactly what chapter 13 of the Bhagavad Gita says. I am the field, I am the knower of the field. And the modes of knowing, for at least humans, is mind, intellect, ego, 5 senses, 5 tanmatras, 5, which are the subtle senses, 5 motor organs, 5 actually subtle motor organs as well. And then, emotions that go with it and thoughts that interpret it and all of that. One simple word, vrittis, fluctuations of awareness appearing momentarily as this and that. So as body mind, this is a blink in the eye of the infinite being localizing itself as form and phenomena and finite beings. But if you shift your identity from I am here, and all this is me knowing itself in infinite modes of knowing, then there is no death, no birth, just experience ceaselessly of the infinite knowing itself as the finite forms and phenomena that we identify ourselves with. So I'll stop here. Think about this, but shift your awareness from here to here, infinite, and then see yourself from here as simultaneously co-arising and subsiding with everything, just like the breath. So that's what Krishna says when he says means, when he says I am the field and the knower of the field. And Rumi, in a very simple way, says, stop acting small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion. Become spinning out of nothingness, scattering stars like dust. And even as we scatter stars like dust, we evolve not only as the stars, but at this, which is the stars looking at themselves from this observation deck. Okay, I hope this makes sense to you.